Money Tip Monday. So today we're going to talk about something that I always advise to people when they're starting to look at saving for a home. It's a great way to save for a home, but it's also a really good way to just get some money in your account. So what I see a lot of is I see people who either have very low rent or they're living with family members. So they're not really paying what would be a full mortgage payment. So what I do with them is I calculate, okay, you want to buy a $300,000 house. This is what your mortgage payment's going to be. I want to see you save that every single month. Yeah. It's a really good way to get prepared for making that mortgage payment, because what happens a lot is people are used to paying nothing and then they get into a $2,500 mortgage because they're like, oh no, I can afford it. And I'm looking at their savings going, you have $7 in your savings. Like how are you going to go from paying nothing to $2,500 when you can only save $7? Like, this is going to hurt a lot. So in those situations, I tell them, start saving $2,500 a month. I really want you to see and feel it. How does your life feel after you're paying $2,500 to the savings account every month? Don't touch the money, because once you own the house, you have to pay that mortgage payment. If you decide, oh shoot, I don't really have enough money for the month, the mortgage company isn't going to give you a portion of your payment back. So you really need to get used to making that payment and to see if it's what's right for you. Because what I see happen a lot is people will say, oh yeah, I can totally do that, no problem. And this is when they're not ready to buy yet. And I'll be like, cool, you know what, do it for 6 months, let me know how it goes. And they'll call me back in 6 months if that was on their original time frame. Usually it's because of like credit repair or building credit. And they'll be like, oh yeah, I didn't like $2,500, I want to do $2,000. What can I buy if my payment's $2,000? And that's a really good way to get prepared to buy a house, is start paying yourself that mortgage payment that you think you could totally do every month, and see if your life sucks. If your life sucks, it is the wrong mortgage payment. Like, I don't care how beautiful a house is, granite countertops, I don't know, angels over the mirrors. If the payment hurts every month and it makes it so you can't have any fun, or you're having to decide between electricity and water, it is not the right payment for you. And as a lender, we can often qualify people into a position where they're having to make those types of choices. So it's really on you guys to make sure that you can truly afford that payment. So if you're thinking about buying a house and you have an idea of what you could pay, start paying that to yourself now, before you even start shopping. Even if buying a house is a year off, get in the habit of making that mortgage payment now. Worst case scenario, you'll have some good savings.